Come on in, get settled. We'll launch this meeting in 30 seconds, friends. All right. Hey, class of 2025, I look on that slide up there, see that today is January 29th, 2025, which means that we're about under 4.5 months from our big day when you'll be sitting here, cap and gown, ready to go. This is our second meeting of 4. And each meeting has a slightly different purpose, and they all come together at the very end, focused on making sure that your graduation day is special and that 322 of us are crossing that stage together and celebrating the completion of one part of your educational journey and launching you into what is coming next. And so this is a special bunch. We love you to death, and we want this to go super well. So today, this slide kind of was the biggest piece of last deck, and this is now condensed to a slide, but it's important that you really do your part. I mean, we're second semester seniors, so those checks are on you. So number one, that you're hitting all your graduation requirements. And go into Infinite Campus, make sure you got what you need, check your grades. They're going to transcript on Tuesday. Make sure that everything looks the way that it needs to, and if there's any more gathering or recovering of any credits, whether it's English, math, I'm a little bit short in social studies, now's the time to start that work with your counselors. Community service hours. There's a link in our last slide deck. I will email these home to you, and we'll put that link in the body of the email again. Get your community service hours, 40 of them if you've been here since 9th grade. We prorate them to 10 a year if you just arrived this year. You owe us 10, but get those done if you need ideas. Student services can help. Civics exam, you'll start to get dogged with emails if you haven't done that. It's not that tough, but you gotta check that box. If you arrived late to Oregon High School and didn't do it somewhere else, that's on your agenda too. Caps and gowns, if you have not yet ordered caps and gowns, come see me, stop in the main office, and if it's a barrier issue, we'll remove those barriers. If it is just you're procrastinating, please get those done because we've got to get those ordered and we rely on our suppliers. And finally, Infinite Campus, any fees, obligations, fines, you lost a library book, you didn't return an AP textbook, or you racked up some parking fines, get that taken care of. You got all kinds of money sitting on your lunch account, check on that and get that put together. Finish strong. Don't start dragging your feet. We are all going to break that tape together in 4.5 months, and we want to launch it the right way. We've got about 100 of you who have not yet completed this, and you can QR code it if you need to, but it's that big spreadsheet that our diploma supplier will use to print your name on your diploma the way you want it. Is it first, middle, last? Is it first and initial last? Is it, whatever it is, make sure, number one, you spell your name correctly, because even if we have a 1% error, our last, boy, you're gonna be unhappy on graduation day. So get your name dumped into there. You'll also probably get a reminder email in a month or so if you haven't done it. And then sooner or later, we just do it for you, and we're going to take what's in IC and apply it the way that it is. Can I fast forward this one?
How do I do that?
I'll help you. We're good. I got you. Okay? Next slide, there we go. Senior calendar. This is what is coming here in the fast finish. So we will have no school for you all. It's a day for you to, check all those boxes and make sure you got things put together on the ACT day for our juniors. Wednesday, March 12th, though, we will have our third class meeting. We'll share the agenda on that in just a few minutes. Last class meeting, May 14th, we've also got scholarship night honors. If you, that'll be a big piece of what's coming in this agenda is learning about the scholarships that are available. You can apply for a variety of scholarships, and you'll get an invitation for May 14th honors night if you'll be awarded a scholarship here. May 29th, we've got our senior breakfast and our elementary walk of graduates. You're going to want your gowns for that, your gowns and your stoles for that walk that day, which will be a chance for us to go to the elementary that you attended in the Oregon School District, or if you worked in an elementary in the Oregon School District, we'll have you go to Forest Edge to be a model for Miss Mojeski's Forest Edge students, because they love to see the graduates as well, and you guys serve as a big role model for them. The 5th, that's that last week of school. This date is subject to slight adjustment depending on what happens with snow days. How many snow days have we had in your senior year? 0. Are we going to have one or not? Think so? I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to know. So that last day of school, we won't know specifically until we get out of the snow season, but we haven't burned any yet, so who knows. But tentatively, June 5th, we pile us all into the gym, snap some pictures of your class that go on the wall, and then we do a walkthrough of graduation in person. We'll get you ready. And May's meeting really focuses on the elements of that exercise as well. Finally, noon on the 8th, which is a Sunday, you'll be here prepping, getting ready, last items before graduation, and then we roll out those doors, line up in the hallway, and cross into the gym in front of 2,300 people that day for really the completion of your journey through the Oregon School District. So exciting stuff ahead. Last slide, yeah, that one fell apart on the format. It's the same slide that was in the last deck. Last call, looking for speakers, and I had a different one. Yeah, this deck didn't get refreshed. There's a better slide in this deck. But what I want you to do is, if you're considering speaking, now's the drafting time. And in March, when we get back together mid-March, you should have a good draft in hand. You should videotape that draft and send it to me so that in April we can have final tryouts. I'm going to pause, thumbs up. Can I do a thumb check? If you have a question, let me know. Otherwise, we want our speakers to, again, be varied. And it's always fantastic when we have folks stand up and represent you in your class. I will have you ready, I promise. If you're nervous in front of speaking in front of folks, we will have you ready so that day you're in the zone. Okay? I think I am going to hand it over to our good friend and your good friend, Miss Tracy. Clap it up.
Thank you, Mr. Carney. A couple quick reminders from Student Services. So this should be a reminder, you guys did junior conferences last year, obviously. So these are some of the search engines. So if you haven't started to search for scholarships, go ahead and start doing that now. Next slide, please. Local scholarships. So we talked about local scholarships. So all of the ones here in the Oregon community, there'll be a packet that will be available and handed out to you in Connections on February 12th. And then you guys will have just over a month to go ahead and fill out any of the applications you're interested in and get those turned back into Student Services about a week before spring break. So you have about 5 weeks to get those done. If you're interested in filling out any of those, you can apply for as many scholarships as you want. And then of course, if you have chosen your college or university or tech college that you're going to next year, make sure you check out their page, their registrar page, their financial aid page, to see what programs they offer and what aid they can help with as well. So that's just another reminder. Financial aid, if you haven't already started to fill out the financial aid application, we are going to do a workshop here where we're bringing somebody from Madison College on Monday night. It's just a workshop between 6 and 8, so you can pop in. The biggest thing is 3 days before you start your application, you have to apply or create your FSA ID, it's called, and this is the number that helps you get into your application. It's going to be tied to you for the rest of your college-going years. So if you want to come to the workshop, let me know if you want some more information. But that's just a chance if you want to bring parents and all of your documents, and the Madison College rep will help you through that process. But that's something you can absolutely do on your own as well. But make sure you create that FSA ID 3 days before the workshop, or you won't be able to do anything at the workshop. So just a reminder. Right, you don't have to be going to Madison College. It's just somebody that's kind of an expert in the FAFSA area that's coming to help answer those tough questions about, do I put down mom's information or dad's information, or what if they're divorced? Those kind of questions that we leave to the experts. And then you will receive this slide deck. So we wanted to give you the most up-to-date information. And this is just a link to all of the UW schools if you're still trying to figure out your fit, where you want to go. So this is the UW slide, and the private colleges slide, and the tech colleges slide. And then just other helpful information, again, from your user conference. This should look familiar. We just wanted to give you guys as much information as we could if you're still looking to find your fit. Anything else, counselors?
Awesome. Okay, the next senior meeting that we will have in here, when you get this, there's a few bullet points that my updated version of this has got. I'm going to try to retrieve them from my memory. Number one, the next meeting we come to, we vote for Kozlovsky Service Award winners in this group. And those are presented at the senior breakfast, which all of department awards are in late May, the 29th. Second thing is we will select honor marshals. And the honor marshals are the people that lead you into the gym from the Oregon staff and are tasked with reading names at graduation on stage. So it's a nice way to honor a few folks that have guided you through your journey at Oregon, in the Oregon School District. Third thing that we do that day on the 12th, Kozlovsky, we produce your name cards. And this is a big deal because your name card is the thing that when you go on stage, you'll hand to one of those honor marshals that has your name spelled and has a phonetic spelling of your name if you have a name that you've experienced people struggling with pronouncing. And so it'll be phonetically spelled so that you'll make that card here. We will use those cards to put you in order for graduation. They'll be serving a lot of purposes for us. Our honor marshals will use those cards to practice your names multiple times so that when we get to graduation day, it's clockwork, you know how to line up, they know how to pronounce your name, and everything goes off without a hitch. So we'll do that next time as well. We'll do one last push for anyone that hasn't ordered a cap and gown and hasn't gotten their name on their diploma yet, but please be the class that we don't have to chase down individuals. Allison, you have a question for me.
What are we going to talk about the senior party?
Senior party is going to come in about 30 seconds, okay? That's a perfect segue. Amanda, come on up. Clap it up for Amanda, please. Parent representative for the class of 2025.
Thank you, Mr. Planner. Hello, my name is Amanda. I have been spearheading the fundraising for the senior party. For those of you who do not know what that is, it is not a school-sponsored event. It is an event that's unofficially been tradition every year. The night of graduation, we'll hold a lockdown at 10 Penn Alley. We're gonna have music, games, food, bowling, I think volleyball tournaments, and prizes. And prizes, I mean cash, gift cards, TVs. There's a bunch there. It varies every year, but that's what the party is for. So for those that don't know, I wanted to inform you that there's a QR code up there for you to scan that'll go to the website that was created specifically for your party. It's going to talk about the fundraising that we're doing, the student dues that we asked are paid, and then it'll be updated with more details on when and where exactly. It's always going to be the night of graduation. So it'll be June 8th. It's going to be about 8 o'clock to about 1 a.m. Again, over at 10 Penn Alley. And then it's just a time for you guys to come and celebrate your accomplishments after graduation with all your friends here within the class. On the QR code on our website, there's an email address if you have any questions, but I encourage you to share this with your friends and your parents and to get information on to finish fundraising for that. Again, it's not sponsored by the school. Mr. Kleiner was gracious enough to allow me to come speak to you, but this does not have to, or it's not hosted by the district, so we have to raise the funds in order to put that on, but I promise it's an amazingly good time and a great place to be after graduation.
Awesome, it's until 1 a.m. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Clap it up for Amanda, please. Thank you. I won a tent and a sleeping bag at my senior party years and years ago, and I love that tent. I don't have it anymore. But the parents do an amazing job starting early in your career on prepping for this day, and it is ridiculous the stuff that people walk out with, but also more than anything, it's really one of the last opportunities that you'll have to all kind of hang together and before you all spread out and go different ways on your next steps of your journey. So it's a great night. With that, we're sort of out of agenda today. You're going to just hang tight. I think Mr. Mendel up top is going to DJ for us. He's going to get us just a little mood music. And at 32, we'll have you shuffle off to your next classes. If you need anything, just ask, right? If you need anything, just ask. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you, class of 2025.